Bro, you're kidding me. EDP got
Sworn
caught
multiple
again?
times that I would stop talking about EDP 445, but just like most people's New Year's resolutions about going to the actually, it was all acting. He was only pretending to be a pedophile. He was method acting as a child molester as part of a movie production.
What?
I know that sounds unbelievable. That sounds like I just made that shit up in a game of Mad Libs, but I'm being serious. That is the angle he's trying. He posted an entire breakdown of his defense that this was all
Bro, here's the series of events that led up to me being set up.
a setup, that it was supposed to just be improv acting, but they published it as a real thing and it cost him his whole career.
What the
Now, before
fuck?
diving into the fanfic that EDP tries to craft here like
That's
he's working on a
exactly what
fucking
that
Tumblr
sounds
blog,
like.
I do want to make it clear that even though the Cupcake Doomsday sting operation was the apocalypse that brought down the world of EDP, it's far from the only instance of him talking inappropriately and sexually with
Yeah,
minors.
he's been outed for this multiple times. Except this time, this was the first time it was in footage. The other times it was just text messages and leaked screenshots. But obviously that wasn't enough. I
This was just the only one where they actually caught him in
yes.
video. You know, this was no longer just blurry photos of Sasquatch or rumors. They finally had him on video flirting with and then even going to a physical location to meet someone he believed to be a child. This followed sexually charged conversations as well as inappropriate pictures, including a picture of his poopy in a toilet, an actual shit pic. I make sure to mention that anytime EDP's name comes up because god damn it, that shit is crazy. And following all that, he went to the physical location to meet someone he believed to be a kid and said the reason he was there was actually because his belly was empty. His tummy was growling for a cupcake,
Yeah.
which is why it's became
The
known as
meme.
the
The cupcake
cupcake
meme.
incident.
The
But
cupcake
this is
incident.
just
Oh my god.
focusing on that video and not any of the other numerous claims and evidence about the way he talked to children and all of that. So let's take it from the top here in the timeline of events. He lays out all the lore and it dates all the way back to 2019. So he's laying out the goddamn Silmarillion here,
Okay.
preceding the Lord of the Rings events that take place later on.
Let's hear this shit.
So in 2019, he flew out to Philadelphia for the world premiere of Maybe Next Year, which he was featured in. I suppose this was his acting debut, and that's crucial knowledge here because fast forward to 2021, he received an email from Chet Goldstein, who was the person conducting the investigation on EDP at the time, and he's claiming that in 2021, Chet Goldstein reached out to him letting him know how impressed he was with EDP's performance in that documentary, saying that he was impressed with
Bro, when you make it a documentary, you're just being yourself. I don't understand what they mean by performance. Like, that's a red flag automatically.
his work from Maybe Next Year and wanted to give him a shot for a different part in a film that Chet Goldstein was working on at the time. So he drops a receipt here of an email that basically just echoes that, saying, hey, you know, your work was fucking amazing. Can't believe you didn't win an Oscar. Would love to have you as part of this next production if you're willing to try out for it. Get back to me. EDP responds, ecstatic to take this role. This was really going to blow up his acting career. He confirms an address with him, that it's a Rite Aid location they're meeting at. Chet Goldstein says that, you know, their cameraman will meet them at the Rite Aid parking lot, and it's going to be a random scene that they're going to act out for 30 to 40 minutes to see if he's fit for filming. He says, the scene we may ask you to act out may seem a bit odd and I may crack some jokes and be rude in certain parts of the shoot that may seem offensive to you, but keep in mind, we have a protocol of situations we may throw at you to see how you respond and act in helping us determine if you're fit for the part. If selected for the part for the film we're shooting in Bakersville in October, we'll reach out in 7 to 14 business days from our meeting. Please message me back to confirm this date. So
This seems like a bunch of BS. Like either the email's fake or maybe it was a real email from Chet to set up the potential cupcake incident, but I don't think it's for some acting for some type of movie. Like this has all many like so many sorts of red flags. I just don't
So
understand.
this is his bombshell, shocking revelation plot twist moment where you see Chet Goldstein actually was just wanting me to act, improv to make sure I was, up to snuff here with the role that I'd be required to play for his production. I was under the impression this was all part of the acting. Which, even upon hearing this excuse, is
Sounds
one of the
like
most
bullshit.
unbelievable things I've ever heard. No, you remember that incident from 2 years ago. Keep in mind, he's just now posting this 2 years
Late
later.
as hell.
I'm guessing this idea came to him in a dream recently to try this garbage. But, like, you know,
Yeah.
why wait 2 years if this is all legitimate? But regardless, you know,
The only reason why you would ever wait is if you were going to pursue legal action, which EDP has not done. Like, even if, say, all this shit is real, he would have said this so long ago. It doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, Chet has already been outed for like his whole past of racial issues, this and that. Yet you could see Chet in other videos, not like he's the main topic, but somebody's filming in an area and Chet Goldstein pops up. And his whole claim to fame is always, I'm the one that set EDP up. You remember that? That's literally him. I've seen him in other videos. I think he was in a Andrew Callahan video. Jeez, the stuff that happened to Andrew Callahan, it's like, damn, everybody's a goddamn POS, man.
all of that pedophile shit, no, that's just because I was a very good actor. I actually fooled all of you. It was acting.
Got him.
But I'm really upset because, you know, I was misled. I was instructed to improv. I had no idea this was going to be the result. But I know what you're thinking. Charles, he posted receipts. He posted emails
Facts.
right there. There's proof. There's evidence to support these outrageous claims. Sometimes reality can be stranger than fiction.
That is true. Reality can be stranger than fiction, but in a world where we have AI presidents talking about video games, you know, anything is possible. But the shit it's just not adding up. It's not adding up, Brian. It's not.
And to that I say, I do not like those green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. These are fucking poorly photoshopped emails that he posts. He couldn't even Photoshop or crop it correctly.
my God.
Look at Chet Goldstein's name. You can still see some
you
of,
can see pieces, bro.
like, the black flakes at the top where Chet Goldstein was pasted on top of whatever this email originally was. And none of it's even centered in the first place. It doesn't even
April 09. This shit is not centered.
convincingly look like real emails. It is awful. It is terribly done. And to go even a step further, I can literally hear EDP's voice in the Chet Goldstein text here. He caps locked respond and act. As if that's supposed to drive the point home, like, no, look, it's real. This is super real because respond and act. That's a key word. I'm going to have to capitalize that one so that way people know that this is key. It's blatantly fake. These aren't real emails. But you know what? I'm always willing to play ball and suspend disbelief. Let's assume that this is real somehow. And the odds of this being even remotely real are
slim,
beyond minuscule, incalculably
slim.
low odds, but let's assume they are. It still doesn't explain away all of his other repeated behavior with the way he talks to minors or anything like that.
That is true.
And it doesn't even explain away the video itself. There's nothing in there that even gets corroborated with these emails he
like them calling the police and you running away.
releases. Nothing checks out, even still, with the video itself and the claims he's making. He did an interview with like an AI, I guess. I don't really know, but he's doing this interview with like some kind of AI interviewer using some kind of like fucking voice modulator. And the way he explains it is even more silly.
He had his business card attached to the email.
Okay, and that was shortly after the movie, maybe next year or so. You put kind of two and two together and everything aligned to this actually being an opportunity
Why does this sound like the poor man's version of the AI Obama?
for you.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so Chet emails you and tells you to meet him at the apartment complex. I'm sorry, maybe I'm not understanding.
Well, again, you know, the original meetup spot was at the Rite Aid.
In what fucking solar system would
So it was the Rite Aid, but you guys ended up in the apartment complex somehow? I don't get it.
someone be so
I
stupid
don't get it.
as to get a random email from someone claiming to be a
movie director, and you're gonna go all the way out there for like no reason because you really want to be a movie star that bad? Like, it's just not adding up, bro.
movie producer who just reached out to you with a cold call saying, hey, you're fucking performance in this documentary was superb. It's spectacular stuff. Come meet me at a Rite Aid where I'm going to have you play a child predator. Would you think that that's a good opportunity?
Oh my god.
So let's assume he didn't know he was going to be acting as a pedophile. The second that they start spitballing this improv at him, like, okay, so all of these chat logs with this child, you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile. Why would he play along with it? What opportunity did you think this was? How would portraying a child molester be like this golden goose for you? You are already a successful YouTuber with millions of subscribers, but this was your ticket to
the big break. This is the big time.
The big time? This role you thought you were playing? Like the role
This is it.
of method acting a fucking pedophile?
This
That
is
makes
it.
no sense. That is inexplicably ridiculous.
And then the camera guy, Javier, he actually walked me over to the apartment complex. So in the fucking email, it was just, boom, right here at the Rite Aid. And then camera guy is the one who walked me over to the apartment complex. This is the first time I ever seen this fucking apartment complex. You know what I mean?
This does absolutely nothing to help
What does that
proclaim his
help?
innocence
Yeah.
here. If it was at the Rite Aid or the apartment complex, it doesn't fucking change anything. The clips he's showing, the Rite
What
Aid
does
only
that
comes into
matter?
frame when EDP is leaving
Yeah,
after
when he's
they're talking
running.
about calling the cops and everything. That is when he is actually like making his grand getaway from this situation. He starts by going up to the apartment complex and then leaves going out by the Rite Aid.
Do you have any indication on what you're walking into, what type of scene you're going to be acting out?
He didn't tell me shit, basically. You know what I mean? He basically just said, hey, we got some chat logs here. We're going to improv this bitch. Go along with it. I'm just like, all right, cool. So, and
Bruh, ain't no motherfucking way.
then again, you know what I mean?
So you telling me this was take one? This was the first take. As soon as you pull up, immediately we're starting, and you're just acting your way around this. Like when they said, "Oh, you're a pedophile," you're talking to this, and then you're like, "Hey, man, keep it down." Like I don't want people, Yeah, ain't no way. Fist bump. Like, bro,
It's
ain't
like,
no motherfucking
how
way.
the fuck was I supposed to know this was a goddamn, how the fuck was I supposed to know that this was a goddamn setup? Like, it's like, you have fucking business cards, you have the official wavelength bullshit, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Bullshit.
Motherfuckers is emailing you and shit. It's like,
Stop.
anybody in their right fucking mind would have thought that this was legit.
I speak for every
No.
single living, breathing human being on this
No.
planet in saying that nobody in their right mind would have thought this is legit. At all.
Exactly.
I will suspend this.
And no money was talked about at all. Like it was just like, hey, we liked your role, man. We're trying to put you in a movie. We're not going to talk about like any finances. You're not going to.
Disbelief yet again here to just toy around with this idea. Why the fuck would you even improv this kind of scene? Did you want the role of a pedophile? Did you want that to be your acting legacy?
This is the big break.
follow-up to your magnum opus performance in maybe next year you wanted to be
Marvel?
the child predator? What sense does that fucking make? This is the dumbest defense ever. And he doesn't even do anything to like somehow explain away everything he says and does in the video itself. None of this explains any of it. And this fucking email screenshots are fake emails to begin with. The whole thing is so stupid. But it is laughable that he is actually...
I just want to know why. Why even come back, bro? Like, everything is gone. Your life is screwed. You might as well just go to jail. If EDP would have went to jail, did his time, and came out, there would be more people saying, okay, fine, you did the time, you did the crime. All right, here's your second chance at life. Than just avoiding everything, trying to get jobs as an Uber, people chasing you out of hotels, you losing your house, selling everything. You already been banned, like everyone making a mockery out of you. Like, I don't understand it. Jail, what, 4 years? Maybe 6 years, maybe 8 years. I doubt it. But 4 years, get out early for good behavior. Versus these 4 years of you pretty much being a mockery, a clown, everything associated with you is terrible. And you're probably homeless. Look, jail, at least you get 3 hots and a fucking cot, bro.
Actually
Like,
trying this with a straight face.
I guess he's that scared of Big Bubba, but there's probably worse people than Big Bubba out there on the streets.
Obviously, this is yet again another desperate attempt to prove that he's never been a child predator, even though there is overwhelming amounts of evidence, even outside of this big video that came from it.
Yes,
there is still
there's
so
more
much evidence against him.
Other
And
people
really, the
have
only
outed him.
reason he never faced jail time is because the investigation
Was so
done
bad.
by YouTubers
It was
and
so
not
bad.
done in collaboration with law enforcement. So he was able to squeak away based on that, which is something that has happened
Many
a lot,
times. Many
unfortunately.
times.
So it's crazy he's not even in jail, honestly, and he still keeps trying to come back to
should've
the
just turned
internet
himself
even
in.
after all of this time and all of this shit. He still keeps doing ridiculously goofy shit like what you just saw there with trying to say he's not a pedophile. He was only acting.
Yeah, good.
Wild stuff. I just wanted
Good
to give a
try,
little
buddy.
update here and share that. That's about it.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks. Yeah, no, he's an absolute clown for trying this. This is like not even anywhere close of a defense to try and get the internet back on your side. Like I said, he should just go to jail. I mean, at this point, jail probably wouldn't even take him for his charges. So he pretty much just screwed himself. Like his only return literally would have been like, fuck it, go to jail for 4 years and come back. Oh well, it is what it is. Don't touch kids. Don't talk to them. Don't, don't, just don't even like. I don't even know what advice I can give to you. I don't know. I hope you guys have a good one. Be safe. Later.